everybody. Just getting set up real quick. Making sure everything is good. And then we'll get started. Pardon. We're going to paint the Victorian Gingerbread Man tonight. So let's see what's going on with that. Bear with me. First time going live on YouTube, and I'm not sure if it's showing or not, so I gotta fix it, and then we'll get started. Yeah. Okay, so we are gonna paint some laser wood cutting things. We're gonna this is the first time visual and the supply list and the colors for the little gingerbread man. This is a whole decor set, and so we're going to paint this one out of the decor set. Isn't he cute? He's cute, and he's a stand-up kind of thing too.
We are going to paint some laser wood cutting things
for him as well.
We're gonna this is the.
All right, let's see.
First
thing we're going to do is
colors for
kind of separate the pieces
so
by color, so we know what we're going to paint.
So we're going to paint this
little bird is going to be red. Isn't he cute?
He's cute, and he's a stand-up kind of thing too.
We
are going to paint some laser wood cutting things
for him as
We're
well.
gonna this is the.
All right, let's see.
First
There we go. Okay, this is going to be black. This is white and red. This is white, black, white. Is everything in the camera? Okay. This is red with the bird. This is green, 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 white, 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 red heart. Yes, red. And that's it, red and white. Okay. One of the best things I can tell you as a tip is to get, if you're going to be painting with acrylic paints, is to get like a glass mat. This thing is fantastic because I just pour my paint on the mat and then I can just wipe it up, so it's pretty darn awesome. All right, so let's, oh yeah, and then this is sable brown. So let me show you the colors. I use Deco Art. I love the Deco Art colors. This one is burnt umber, sable brown, deep burgundy, marigold, light buttermilk, and we're going to use aloe tonight, and black and white, of course. So let's start with this. Now this is MDF, I cut also birch wood on my laser machine, but I like the MDF. It's a nice surface and it cuts super nice. So the first thing we're going to do is just stain this, and we can stain it. You can use a stain or you can use the paints, which is pretty cool. It's called the baby wipe method, and so we're going to do that. So we're going to pour some hot. Oh, that's way too much. Comes out a lot faster than I thought. If you're just joining me for the first time, my name's Rebecca, and I love painting. I love painting on canvases. I teach paint parties, and then I got turned on to a laser cutting machine where I can cut all kinds of stuff, and I love painting on these as well. So I'm glad you're here and joining me, and I'll teach you some tips and tricks maybe on painting, maybe get you inspired to do some painting yourself, because it's very cathartic. Is that the right word? Cathartic. All right, so I've got some paint here. I got my baby wipe. I just folded it up, and I'm just gonna rub it on the gingerbread man like that and get him all gingerbready looking. That's it. And then this kind of uses as a stain. We do this a lot with the burnt umber, or the shoot, what was the name of that color? There's one color that I use often with the brown, and it's a very nice stain. Oh, I'm blowing up. Okay, and then a little bit up here. So parts of these we probably didn't even need to cover because they're going to be covered with something else. But see how that gave him a nice gingerbread color? So simple. All right, what's next? How about we do Let's do the white, because the white often needs to be done a couple times. Now, I made this little sticky thing to keep, let's go ahead and get rid of this brown stuff, to hold on to the little pieces so that I don't have to hold them with my hand. Sorry. All you do basically is just get some blue painter's tape and just put it upside down. You can stick it to the table if you just want a little piece, or I made this little mat because I saw other people do it and I was like, that's genius. And so we'll put our white stuff over here. This is our stuff that's going to be painted white. Now with the white, when you cut with a laser wood cutting machine, it gets a little bit of brown soot on there. It's either burnt glue or something like that. And then with the white, it's good to always kind of wipe it off again with another baby wipe. The other colors doesn't too much matter, but with the white, it's pretty important. So that was black. This is white and red, so we'll do those. And then this was green, and this is red. We'll put the green up here. Green, 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 red, red, red. Okay. For the white, I'm going to use today, I'm going to use this. It's a little bit better of a grade than the craft paint. It's academic level, so it's like a student level paint, but it's a little thicker and it covers a little bit better. So I'm going to use that for my white stuff. So I'm just going to squeeze a little dab out there. There we go. Sorry, guys. And then, okay. There we go. And this is the base for the gingerbread man. So I am actually going to do one of these in the brown as well. So let me just dig out a brown thing of paint here. And let's see if I can use this that I just cleaned up. I think I can. We only need a dab. So I'm just gonna, and I only need to do one because we're gonna double up on them. So there, easy peasy lemon squeezy. White. Now, one other thing that is so awesome to use when you're painting, you can use a brush, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But when I learned about using makeup sponges, game changer. And what's nice about the makeup sponges is that you can use them multiple times. You just cut them up and you can use them for, like, one makeup sponge will get you 3 colors. So again, for the white pieces, I'm going to wipe them off with a baby wipe, because if I get the soot off, I don't have to go over it as much, right? With the white, and it'll be brighter, which is nice. So we'll just wipe some of that soot off. And get that painted white. What's cool about these things too, the laser wood cutouts, you know, it comes, when you purchase them, they come with the supply list. I'll get you the supply list of the colors, but you can choose your own colors too. So that's pretty cool. All right, we got our little dabber here, and I'm gonna just put it in the white and then dab off so it's not too thick. And this will definitely need a couple coats, but you just go over it like that, just dab it very gently like that. Now let me show you something else too. A lot of times some of the pieces that you get with these laser wood cuts have engraving or score lines. These are score lines. Well, yeah, they're pretty much score lines, I do believe. But we don't want to, we're going to paint over them with the red and stuff, but if you don't want to get the paint in the lines, then you just want to make sure you go lightly like that, and then you can still see the line. It really doesn't matter too much on this one, so I'm going to go heavy. You can see how it fills up the line. Maybe you can see, I don't know if it's that close. or if it's that good of a view, but all right, we are going to do these all white, and then we'll fill in the spots that are red with red afterwards. There's also, I was using it last night, is to get a very small paint roller. Let me show you. I love it. It was a great, oh, here it is. So it's a little tiny paint roller from Home Depot, and I think it's a 3-inch roller, and I'm going to seal it up in the bag and see. Oh, I could use it for this actually. There's still even paint on it. Should we try? Let's do. We'll get a better. I'll tell you what. We'll do this first, and then we'll do this with the second coat. How's that sound? Now we'll see both methods. Okay. There's one layer. All right. White there, and then while we're waiting on that to dry, let's go ahead and go into, how about we do the red, which is going to be a deep burgundy. Very nice red. It looks like a different color. It looks more red, but well, that's pretty red. Move him, we'll put him over here, and then we'll just do a dab of this. Oh, that's not shaken up enough. Here's another tip and trick. So when you open the bottle of paint, you know, to take a lid off, you go righty tight. I don't know. You go that way, right? But I'm going to go the opposite way with the plastic. Hopefully it'll work now that I'm on camera, on a live. But you take it this way. Okay, it's not working. And you twist it the other way and it's supposed to come off. Most of the times it does. 80% of the time. But this one's not, so. Figures, right? Where's the little thing? Sorry, I know you didn't come on to watch me struggle to open a paint bottle. There we go. All right, make sure they're shooken up because they separate. There's a little oil in there that will come to the top, and then you'll just squeeze out oil. There we go. We're going to take the little one because these are our littlest pieces, so we'll take our littlest piece of whatever it is and dab it in some of that deep burgundy. We'll do the heart. So cute. And these darker colors, you don't need 2 coats. You could do 2 coats if you want to, but you really don't need to. And the little birdie, and with the little birdie, he's got a little yellow nose, so I'm going to try to not get paint on his nose and just get it on his face, and then we'll do his little eye with black. Come on, just want to get that little piece right there. So cute. I love birds, and yeah, birds are so cute. All right, red's done. Green, let's move on to the green, and then we'll move on to the black. This one is aloe, which is a lovely color. And then if there's paint on the top, you can just pop this little nasty dried piece off. And it's, you need so little. These are only like, you can get the cheapy ones, the Craft Smart or something like that, whatever it is from Walmart, for 58 cents a bottle. And this will last you forever, honestly, if you're painting these little pieces, and quite a long time if you're using canvases and painting whole big paintings. But these are only like $1.29 or something like that at Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby, and I love these colors. But it's so cheap to paint, you know, and it's such a great stress reliever. And gets out your creativity. I work full-time at a local community college, and so I get to sit at my computer all day every day, and I get to meet with students, which I love. I love my job, don't get me wrong, but it's not much of a creative outlet. And so to get in here with the paints and the colors and the wood and the textures and the brushes and just be creative just fills my soul. So, all right, let's try to go back over the white real quick with the roller now. So there's still some paint on here. Let's see if it's enough. Yes, it's very wet from last night, which is nice. This is very good if you got solid pieces that you need painted. Look at how easy that is. How much faster that was, right, than the other way. And it's got really good coverage. Yes, I like this. I'll just put it in there, seal it up, try to get as much air out as possible so that it stays as moist as possible. And I can use it as long as I can. There. Voila. Alright, white's drying. All the other colors are done. Well, except for the red there. And then we just need to do his black hat. So on here, we're going to do this top piece black as well as this piece right here. Excuse me. Okay, so a little bit of black. Or a little bit of this. For this one, I think, no, I'm not going to use a brush. I will still use a little piece of sponge. So I got this old sponge here. I mean, I am frugal, so instead of wasting a whole nother sponge, I'm just going to cut off that used part, and that's all I need, really. That's all I need. It'll be just fine. And I'm going to take it, get it, and just, because black covers fabulously. There's that. And then we'll do the top of his hat right here. See how much paint I have left over? Can you guys see that? I don't think you can you? Let me show you. Let me get this over here. Oh, hold on with me. There, maybe that. Now you can see. It's a little delayed, so let me take a minute and then I'll look. Yeah, we can go all the way down here because this little piece is where that little strip is going to go. We'll go over this one a couple times. Yeah, see, I still have a lot of paint left. Okay, the bulk is done. And last but not least, what we're going to do is paint. Is it dry? I also have a little heat tool here that helps me dry when I'm impatient. Hopefully it won't be too loud for you guys. I'll put it on low. We'll dry that off and then paint the red, glue it all together. So cute. And then do a little detail work on his face and whatnot. And then we're done. On my Facebook page, if you guys join me on Facebook, which I would please request that you do, I posted the other day that I was going to make one of these, and that if you told me which one, that you wanted me to make, I was going to send you a free gift. And so I had Miss Crystal take me up on that, and so I'm sending her the cutest gift. I'm not going to tell what it is because she hasn't gotten it yet. And so I'll be sending that out in the mail first thing tomorrow morning, and she'll get that. And hopefully she'll send us a picture when she's done of what she made, so we can see that cuteness. All right, good enough. Now for this, I am going to use a brush, and I'm probably going to use, I like this brush. It's an angled brush, a flat angled brush. I like this for these kinds of things. So we're going to dab in our deep burgundy, and we're going to start with this one right here. Just go across with a straight line and a straight line, and then we can fill it in. And you know what's beautiful too about painting is that if you don't like something, you just wait for it to dry and then you paint right over it. And that's it. You fix it. This is I love this part. Very calming. I consider myself an extrovert. However, I very much appreciate my time alone in this craft room. It's very necessary to be able to build up what you need to go outside and do stuff, you know? So, I'm just looking at my picture to gauge which ones I'm going to do in red, which ones are in white. Sorry, I sniffle a lot on camera. I noticed that. They say if you've ever taken like a public speaking class, you know the best thing to do is to tape yourself, videotape yourself so that you can see little things that you do, how many ums you say, and how you hold your hands and whatnot. Well, I noticed I sniffle. I do a lot of sniffling. Alright, so this is going to go on top of there, so I don't need to paint those because this one is going to go right on top of it. I am going to do another coat though because it is kind of thin on the reds, the deep burgundy, so I'm just going to go over real quick with another second layer. Make it really pop. Rich, dark colors. There we go. A little uneven, but I'm not even going to care about it. Not gonna freak out. Use my perfectionist tendencies. You know, perfectionism and people that are perfectionists, they don't do everything perfect. That is not what a perfectionist is. It's like if you can't do it perfect, you get stuck and you don't do it at all sometimes. So I'm trying to get over that because sometimes I don't do stuff just because I'm afraid it's not going to be perfect. And better done than perfect many times. Oh, okay, so that is it. Everything's painted, right? We're going to glue it together, which is one of the most fun parts, and then we're going to put our details on it. All right, so we'll start with our little, how about we start with our base? This is the glue I use. Where is it? Art Glitter Glue. And I like it because of the very fine tip that it comes with. And just going to put that on there. And the way the metal sounds scratching on the wood. I don't know. It's a weird thing I got, but I like it. Okay. Squeeze that together. Straighten it out. And that is our base. So the this little piece right here is going to fit right in that slot. All right, how about we put his little, let's start with, because that white and red is still, let's start with his hat. There we go. And we'll just go, and we'll put this up there. Make sure that it's nice and straight. And then the little bird. Here, I don't know if you guys can hear this. I don't even know where my sound. I hope you can hear me. You hear that? That's a little ASMR. I love it. All right. Cute little birdie's going to go right here. And there's a little spot that tells you exactly where to put it. He's so cute. And then right under that, we're going to put our little green. I should probably... nah, we're good. Okay. I was gonna say I should probably like shade them before I put them on, but I'm not gonna do that. And then the little red berries for the holly. This is Christmas in July, guys. We're doing Christmas in July right now. That's a thing, huh? You already see this stuff up in Walmart. Or not Walmart, like Hobby Lobby. I've seen it. Christmas is out. They got the bulbs. They got the stuff going on. What's your favorite holiday to decorate on? Put that in the comments. Let me know. Mine used to be Christmas. Then it was 4th of July. Now, I didn't even decorate for 4th of July this year. And I'm feeling so patriotic and I didn't even decorate. But, I don't know. Just sometimes I go overboard with it. Sometimes I don't. Okay. This little white piece. Gonna go right here on his arm. There's the icing, right? Little gingerbread man icing. Two of them on his feet. Right like that. Right like that. Just straighten that out a little bit. I love that the places are scored for the, you know, when you put the things on, because they always go in the right spot. Look at that, we're almost done. We got this big piece here. Listen. Did you hear that? I love it. Okay, we're going to put this on him right here. Line it up real nice. Push it down and then you can move it around real quick like though, because it glues on fast. It is a fast glue. Oh, I didn't put enough. Let's do that again. I either didn't put enough or it's not dry. Maybe it wasn't enough. Okay. That looks pretty good. And then one more layer. We only need 2 more things. And then just some details on his face and hat. And we are done. Sometimes I see some of these decor pieces and I'm like, that's kind of hokey, you know, I probably wouldn't buy it. But when you make it yourself, it's different. It's like, oh my God, it's so cute. All right, oh, one more thing to glue on, which is his little snowflake. Goes right here. Probably didn't need all those glue dots, but how should I put it on? Like right about that. I like that. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Definitely when you're done with your glue, you get your little pin and you put it in the top so that it doesn't dry out, because like I said, it dries really fast. Alright, I'm going to show you before we do the final little pieces, but let's just put him in here so you can get a look. Come on. I know my glue's not dry, but that's the part of being a very impatient person. Isn't that cute? Come on now. Oh, you don't see it that way, do you? Isn't that cute? So cute. Stands up. Okay, face. We gotta do his face though. So let's take this out. Ooh, that's a good one. It's tight. Means it ain't gonna go nowhere. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him some white shading on the hat. And so I get one of these sponges, and these are Tim Holtz Distress crayons. Love them. Just rub it right on here like this. And white you can't really see on there, but it's on there. And I'm just gonna put, see, I probably should have done this before I put that on there. Maybe we'll go this way. I just want it on the brim there. Yeah, like that, and then up here. Just to give it a little dimension, you know? A little shading. Look, a little bit of snow frost on them there. Beautiful. Then, paint pens are a plus all the time. Where did I put them? Right here. We've got Posca pens. Or there's these other ones too, these cheapies that I got on Amazon, which are really good. I like this too. There's Posca, they got the fat ones, they got the not so fat ones, they got all kinds of sizes. But for this, we will do his eyeballs, and there was something else. Oh yeah, the birdie eyeball. Oh, and I gotta do the birdie nose in yellow. Although it kind of looks yellow there, huh? All right. Birdie eyeball. His eyeballs. Little circles. Perfect. Yep, it's perfect. Leave it alone. And then white. The white Posca pen. That's, yes, that's my Posca pen in white. And I'm going to put a little white on the there, and then I think on this as well. Maybe a couple dots on there. Just go on this one's not much paint, a lot of water, not much paint. Boop, boop. Couple dots there. Maybe a couple dots here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then maybe a couple lines on the holly there. I love that. That's cute. What else is that? Oh, yeah. I think that's good. Maybe we'll do this. We'll go on his hat. Whoop. There, like that. That's cute. All right. And instead of doing paint, I have never used the yellow paint pen. Let's do that. Is it ready to go? Yes, it is. We'll do that for the nose. Look at that. That's perfect. What else am I missing? Oh, yeah, this face. Now, that's kind of a tricky thing because I got these little fuzzy blender pens. And, you know, getting the right little circle can be a little challenging. But let's give it a shot. I've got this pink one too. This is a, it's like the distress crayon. I don't know, they're called oil crayons or something like that. So let's put some on here and let's just see what color it is first. Because I've done it where it's too dark, but that's good. That looks good. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is 2 big circles right about here with the pink. Give him some rosy cheeks because he's been out in the snow. That's perfect. That's working great. Let's go a little pinker. A little more pink. Yep, I like it. I like it. I like it. Look how cute these are. These are great for Christmas holiday parties, guys. Get a bunch of these and invite the ladies over for a little paint party. I'm telling you, for like, you know, you can get cut out for $5, and then some paints, maybe $10 in paints, maybe $15 if you buy the makeup sponges and a couple distress crayons or whatever, or a couple markers. But honestly, for like $20 in supplies and $5 in the cutout, you can have a cheap little crafty party. White. I just need white one more time with a couple dots on his cheek. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We are done. He's so cute. Okay. Make sure that's on. All right, I love him. I hope you guys love him too. These are the kind of things that I sell on the website. I don't have it loaded up yet, but I will. And so if you are interested in purchasing one to make for yourself, that one's a tight one, you are more than welcome to go to tintandtimber.com and pick one out yourself for a limited time. Just kidding. All right, I love it. He's so cute. We've got the whole decor set. Let me show you that real quick before I let you go. So included in this, if you want the whole decor set, which is 20, so it's $5 a piece, or you can get the whole set for 20. You get this cute little banner. 3, 4. Look at that with the little trees and the gingerbread man. So you get the little banner. You get this little stand-up sign. It says Ginger. Cute, right? You get this little sign that says Be Merry with the little houses. I'll probably put these on the website tomorrow. I got a lot to do tonight. And then you get the little Missy gingerbread lady to go with the gingerbread man. Cute, right? So all that is 20, and then it's just 5 for the little singles. I think that's it, guys. Go like me on Facebook to keep up with the latest news. I'm still using Facebook a lot, but I'm going to do my lives and my painting tutorials here on YouTube, okay? And keep an eye out. I'm going to start doing the canvas tutorials here. Well, I do have some already on YouTube if you want to go check those out. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again. Bye.